18 carries, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Your team goes to 2-0. I mean, you got to be on top of the world right now, my man.
Yeah, that and rolling, man. It's awesome that we're starting the season off 2-0. Two away games, two very tough places to play at. So,
on top of just having a big week for you, I have to imagine that it felt good just because of kind of how the offseason went, right? Where you obviously hear where people are like, oh, should they go after Dalvin Cook? Should they go after Jonathan Taylor? Is this something that they need? And, the Dolphins, to their credit, stuck by you and were like, no, we're good at running back. And then, week 1, the conversation is, oh, the receivers are so great, blah, blah, blah. And then the Patriots kind of took that away, and you were able to kind of carry the team this week and show them, hey, we're good with me. You do not need to be going out and getting these other players.
Yeah, I mean, during the offseason, there's a lot of talk and chatter and stuff like that. And the only thing I have to worry about is myself and my abilities and what I can bring to the table. That's something that I'm always going to stand by. Something that I always believe in is, what do you bring to the table? And for me, it's my power and aggression, and that I've been in this offense for quite some time. So, if the Dolphins do decide to bring somebody in at the time, it honestly didn't matter to me. Because, like I said, I was just worried about my craft and what I got to do.
But people don't realize it's a great question by Billy from this standpoint, Raheem. They see you on the field, and that's all they focus on. And they don't really, and unfairly to you guys probably, they don't really pay much attention to what goes on off the field, and it's a business. And so even though you're confident in your skills, you're confident that you're the best running back for this football team, that part of it, the business side of it, where you're sitting there and there are rumors of Dalvin Cook and Jonathan Taylor, that's not easy to deal with. I think fans would be interested in, that's hard for you to deal with on a personal level, is it not?
On a personal level, I mean, I'm different, but just because, and hear me out on this. The reason why I say I'm different is because I've had when I've been a part of multiple teams, I've always been the underdog guy.
Right.
Throughout Purdue history, when I was playing at Purdue, I was seen as one of the underdog playmakers on the team. So I've always had this stigma of being an underdog in general. So when another team or when the team that you're on is talking about drafting a running back, that's out of my control. I can't do nothing about that. When a team's talking about bringing in another running back and offering them more money or whatever the case may be, that's still out of my control. The only thing that I can control is my attitude and how I go about the business, how I go about carrying myself. I'm always going to have a smile on my face, and I'm always going to be grateful and thankful for the opportunity. But don't mistake that with aggression and what I'm going to do to people, on a weekly basis. That's just how I see it. And that's the role that you got to play.
Austin Eckler joins us every week on God Bless Football, and we know he had that Zoom conference call during the offseason trying to make your lives easier, the life of a running back. What was that call like, if you don't mind? Were you on the call?
Yeah, I was on the call, and it was just basically just trying to check all the boxes of what guys have to do to be treated as such, as a value on the team. Because as of right now, I mean, you see what's going on with the running back market, and it's definitely tough, especially with the God forbidden, whatever happened to Nick Chubb last night was, horrendous. I mean, I couldn't even see the video because I already knew that something like that would happen. But, everybody says that running backs are replaceable. I mean, there's only a select few that can actually do what we do on a consistent basis, and Austin is one of those guys, And it sucks that, we are one of the only positions on that field that has all 11 guys hitting you all in one play, So, I mean, the durability.
Plus you have to block.
Plus we got to block. We got to block guys that are, 200, 300, pounds, two times or three times bigger than us. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can assure is that the fact that running backs do have a more demanding position, and we definitely have to do more and outside of our character than just running the football.
I told Austin to stop blocking. Like, they pay him to run the football and catch the football. Stop blocking. That's what linemen do, you know?
Yeah, they don't pay him enough to block, huh?
So how does that work with Nick Chubb? It was gruesome. It was hard to look at. And I know you've been through it. You've had your share of injuries, so you've been there. Do you reach out to him? Like, how does that work with you?
Yeah, you try to reach out to him if you have the same circle. But all in all, it's always, I'm going to send my prayers to him just because – I don't like anybody in the league to get hurt, especially in your position. So when something like that happens, you just gotta pray about it and pray that he'll be all right and that he'll bounce back. And if you need to reach out, I would like to reach out too. So
let's go to the Dolphins, though. Is this the best offense you've ever been on?
Yes, this is
really. You've been to a Super Bowl, Raheem. You've been to a Super Bowl, my man.
And that's why I said. That's why it gave me a slight yes on that one. I mean, this team is there's a lot of guys on this team that can make a lot of different plays at any given time. Not to say that we didn't have that, on that Super Bowl team, because that Super Bowl team was electric, especially the defense. And this team is, we're definitely getting up there. Week by week, we just got to hit our stride and keep getting better. I mean, we got to figure out our flaws and work through them and perfect as much as we possibly can.
Is this the most confident you've seen Tua playing quarterback?
I mean, since I've been with him, yes. The guy's he's taken on this role so well, and he's doing it at a high velocity. I mean, the way he's just approaching this game, He's bringing some of that island vibe to him. He's bringing some of that culture to him, and he's really embracing this offense, and he's doing his part. I mean, the guy's he's a machine out there. He's just doing everything right. So, I mean, you want somebody like that. You want a quarterback to be a leader, and he's definitely a leader.
You know what's interesting? Billy has defended Tua for a couple of years now. Like, he really has. No one has defended Tua more than Billy Gil here on God Bless Football. But here's what I'm shocked about. People are still surprised that when Tua has a good game. Like, why are they surprised, Raheem, that Tua has a great game and he's off to a great start, and yet people are still surprised he's done it now for a couple of years?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, there's a lot of critics that just don't believe in him. I guess they just don't want to believe in him, and I don't understand that. I mean, tape speaks for itself. Records speak for itself. I mean, have you ever heard of anybody else being 5-0 against Bill Belichick?
No.
Like, to be honest, like
Nope.
in NFL history, like
No.
Belichick is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Like, can we all agree to that?
Yes.
Like, he's definitely up there in the top 2 or 3.
Yep.
And he knows situational football, but yet Tua is 5-0 against this guy. Like, that's no mistake. Like, I hate to say it like that, but there's really no mistake to it. I mean, statistics are statistics. Eye in the sky doesn't lie. And what he's been able to do is just, I mean, let alone for that, I mean, that should literally shut a lot of those critics up.
Yeah, yet it hasn't. It's weird. You love Belichick. You love beating Belichick at Belichick's place, and you, in particular, scoring the winning like the dagger that ended the game. You love that, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to love something like that. I mean,
Take the quarterbacks out of it, Raheem. We'll get you out of here in just a second. Take the quarterbacks out of it. I think Tyreek Hill is the best player in football. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong about that. That he definitely makes a lot. I mean, he's 99 for a reason. He just got 99 on the – I mean, it's a video game, right? But
yes.
Honestly, the guy plays like it every time. I mean, he wants to go out there and be his best, and when his best is required, and he goes out there and he definitely makes those plays, man. The plays that you're sitting back and like, wow, I can't believe he did that. It's still it's magical. I mean, for him to do something like that, it's just, I don't know. The guy's just different. He's different.
It's definitely the fastest offense you've been a part of, right?
Oh yeah, definitely the fastest for sure.
Yep. Who wins in a race, you, Waddle, or Hill?
Me.
Really? Just straight ahead 100-yard dash. It's you?
100-yard dash. I'm getting both of them.
And who's in second?
That's for them to decide.
You don't care because you already passed the finish line, right?
You can't see; they're behind him.
Exactly right.
Exactly.
Do you think Tariq would give me the same answer if I asked him? Do you think he'd say Raheem?
No, he's not going to do that.
How about Waddle? No?
He's definitely not going to do that.
You guys all think you're the fastest?
We all think we're the fastest. I mean, even Devon Achane, the running back, thinks he's the fastest. So
right. Don't tell me Berrios thinks he's the fastest, though.
No,
Berrios thinks he's in the conveation.
He's not.
He's in the conversation.
Spoiler, he's not.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Good luck against Denver. I see, like, you live in my neighborhood, so I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there. I see the golf course in the background. We can't play on our golf course. It's been closed down for no golf course. The other house is on the golf course, though.
Oh, the other house. Okay.
Well, he's having some work done in his house, so he's staying somewhere in that community. But it's been annoying, right, with no golf. I mean, it's first class problems, Raheem, but it's annoying with no golf course, right?
I know. We got to get out there once. The course is looking good, though. You can admit that, though. Have you seen the piece of it?
Yeah. We're not. There's these people like patrolling out there. You can't really go out there. They kick you off.
I'm saying, but if you drive like on the front nine, you'll see.
We'll bring Billy along. He has golf clubs in the back there. He does that just to pretend he's a golfer. He's not really a golfer. It's weird, right, Raheem?
So we got a poser.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. You're right.
Oh, man, Billy, come on, man. We're going to get you right, though.
Well, listen, we'll bring him out there and we'll teach him how to play, okay?
Right. We'll put those golf clubs to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Raheem, go win one for Fangs, man. Lord Fangio,
Right.
okay?
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.